everyone, this is Fitzy, and I am here with a work-in-progress video of the latest map I'm working on for Dwarves vs. Zombies. Working title, Plagued Marsh, although that will no doubt be changed by the time this is over because Plagued Marsh is a rather silly name. I'm not going to go over everything about the map in this because, well, it's not all done yet. I mean, they're going to be mountains over there, and it's going to look a lot pretty after this. I'm just going to go over some things that I want to get people's opinions on. Starting with the outdoor bit here. So something I've been trying to work on with the this map is making this actually fit into the scenery, and what I'm trying to go for is kind of a swampy effect. Something that I'm kind of worried about here is whether or not Roman will be able to camp all this. I've tried to make it so he can't. If you can hear those dogs, don't mind them. They see a squirrel outside or something. But something I've been worried about is that Roman might be able to camp this. I don't think he will because it's outside of the main walls of the keep and it's off-center. So, say the monsters spawn right there, they'll be able to just walk out, and right down this center to the where the shrine's going to be. If Roman wants to camp it, the mobs are going to have to be either going over there or over there, which he won't. Which there is no oil, so he won't be able to just sit there and refill his flamethrower. So, I think it's safe, but I'm not entirely sure. Second bit, don't worry about this, by the way. That's bedrock, so that is some protection for the monsters that are in there. So doors either have to be around here, in the front or off to the side if they actually want to attack mobs that are in there, and of course at that point they'll be vulnerable. Second bit that I'm worried about, again, that's bedrock, so that's just a second indoor bit. The way I've got this laid out is it's outdoor, indoor, outdoor, indoor, outdoor, second indoor bit in there, outdoor, kind of breaking it up more and more. Second thing that's kind of been bothering me is these stairs. I'm playing with the idea of just outright removing the bedrock from them because first, these aren't necessary to get up to the keep. Dwarves and monsters can just go in through here and up around. So these are just kind of an extra thing. So it's making me wonder whether or not I should just take these down, or not take them down, but remove the bedrock so dwarves and monsters can take them down. So dwarves can do it purposely to make it so mobs have to go through there, but at the price of that, they have to go through there too. Or a blast happy creeper could ruin it for the mobs, and the mobs will now have to go through here where they're more immune to being procced. If the dwarves decide to set up proc zones in here. Of course, mobs could just, figure out a way of going around by, just building up a staircase here, but it would add a bit of strategy. The problem with that is, adding strategy to a game like Dwarves vs. Zombies where you have, Jimmy's constantly, being new to the game, coming into it, who aren't much for strategy, could end up, just breaking this at the cost of nothing for the, or at the price of, benefit of nothing for the dwarves, so that could be a bit of a problem. This is where the, this redstone won't be here, this is just where the inventories are going to spawn. Second bit that I'm worried about is, right here. I'm debating with myself whether or not to put the, items right here or farther in. Let me just show you here. Right in there. Because if they're out here, then the dwarves can just, spawn right here, turn around, oh hey, there's my items, grab them all and just go out to the quarry and axes and wood and sawmills and blacksmiths and such without too much of a problem. The problem with that is then they wouldn't really have a reason to go in here, and if they went in here, you know, only to find, you know, nothing or stuff that they already had, it'd feel like, well, I just ran in here and wasted my time. Even if they had to come in here and it would be like the exact same amount of time they'd be spending in here, it would feel like they had a purpose to coming in here, and it'd feel like time was spent. I find that for games like this, it's not so much whether or not time was actually wasted, it's so much as it feels like whether or not it was wasted. Seems broken. I also might remove this oil and put it somewhere else where Roman can't just sit and camp it. I'm not sure if you can even camp that, but that's something that's always worrying me. Here's an outdoor bit. This is something that's a bit less open to discussion because I'm probably going to have it no matter what. This, of course, is going to be something other than bedrock, but it's for a later time. And so dwarves would get, you know, full bow power out here, and they'd be able to shoot at mobs who are just coming over here. I wouldn't consider that particularly overpowered because, you know, the spawn is right there. You know, eventually it's going to get overwhelming to the point where the dwarves are just going to move back here anyway. But for like, you know, 30 seconds or something, it might be a good spot to hold it. If they're actually smart and build there. But, you know, fish swim, birds fly, Jimmy's building there, it's supposed to. That's not supposed to be there. I'm going to have to fill that up. But, well, I might as well show you the rest of the map. The rest of it in here is nothing particularly special or fancy, but it doesn't really have to be. You know, here's an unfinished rock tunnel. You know, that's not going to be bedrock. Here's an unfinished shrine room. But those aren't particularly complicated or new. You know, it's all stuff you've seen before. The other things are what I really want to focus on. It's also why I'm not making a map download for this, because, you know, I don't want people telling me about all the bedrock spots that I missed because I know I missed them. You know, I'm eventually just gonna go in MC Edit, you know, take the brush tool, paint a bunch of TNT anywhere and set TNT everywhere and set it off and see what I missed. But that is essentially all I have to talk about for the DvZ map. Now, as it probably says in the title, or you know, the Reddit thread or the description for this video, I'm now going to talk about a couple of other things really quickly. So if you're just here for the DvZ stuff, feel free to leave. As far as community stuff goes for playing Minecraft that I'm going to be working on, I will be working on a map for Camelot and a couple maps for Pajama Jam Time. I already have one King of the Ladder map nearly finished. Or not nearly finished, but I've got a good portion of it done. And I am working on a DvZ comic. You've seen the story, it's the one that Alder posted. That'll hopefully be up within the next week, no promises. Or next 2 weeks, no promises. And a couple of other things I'm working on, so stay tuned for that. And to end you off here, I'm just going to give you all a nice view of the keep at night. So go back, you know, give me your suggestions on the topics I talked about, and have a nice day.